Hi everyone, this is Paul from Cantos Games. Recently we shared another open demo for our massive persistent RTS game Coloniser, and we want to share how it went, what we learned, and what are the next steps for us. This demo saw much higher traction compared to our prior public demos during the 4x Festival and Steam Next Fest. So much so in fact that we had to enable additional server slots. That surge in players quickly revealed the first and biggest issue we encountered during this demo: network bugs. Roughly 1 in 8 players unfortunately experienced difficulties connecting to matches. We pushed several network improvements during the demo period, and while some issues were resolved with simple server restarts, others will unfortunately require deeper investigation on our side to ensure y'all have consistent stability across all servers. Notably, most connection issues appeared after servers had been running for some time rather than on freshly started servers, which is a little bit more challenging for us to address because it does require the servers to be up longer. The good news is that once players managed to get into the game, they seemed to really enjoy it. Engagement during the first few hours was much stronger than before, and at one point we reached nearly 100 daily active users. The first 2 hours in particular performed very well according to our internal stats, and we expect those numbers to improve further once the network issues are resolved. One thing I'm especially proud of is how well players have responded to the retro RTS aesthetic we're aiming for. We're clearly inspired by old school classics, but Coloniser is a fully 3D experience with modern functionality and modern challenges. The visuals are constantly evolving and will continue to do so. We're lucky to have a fantastic team of 2D and 3D artists producing some really truly stellar assets. You may have already noticed our Steam capsule, which is hand painted and which we feel better represents what Coloniser is at this stage of development. Since our Thanksgiving demo, we've also added several quality of life improvements that players requested, such as additional NPC or environmental units and fauna, resources respawning, an increased building cap, more diverse map biomes, and much more. Players acknowledge these changes, and that feedback is always encouraging to see. Of course, it hasn't all been smooth sailing. There's still feedback about the map feeling barren at times, the desire for more variety in the landscapes, and certainly an easier onboarding process. And all of these are valid points. At the moment, Coloniser feels more tailored to players already familiar with the genre, but we want everyone to have a fair and enjoyable entry into the game. Part of that involves developing a single-player campaign, part of it means improving the UI, as well as offering more customizable controls and delivering clearer in-game messaging. When it comes to combat, we've done a lot of work to support large numbers of units across many players. This is a gradual process, but it's progressing well. Performance is generally stable, though we are seeing some animation issues when large groups of units come together. The functionality is there, but clearly it needs improvements. Players notice this and also ask for more control over unit management. These are items like stances, behaviors, patrols. We're actively working on all of these. We're bringing in additional help to improve animation fluidity, and we're planning to introduce formations, which we'll talk about in more detail in the upcoming video. Overall, players seem to like the game and understand its potential, but they keep circling back to similar questions, like what's next? What do you do after those first 2 hours? How do you protect the settlement while offline? We won't sugarcoat it, sustaining longer play sessions is one of the biggest challenges this game has. We also recognize that the game can feel intimidating, especially if you've been defeated or if long-established players in the server have gained a clear advantage. This affects motivation and momentum, particularly when the content is limited at this moment in time with just one tribe. We hear this feedback loud and clear, and we're working on several larger ideas to address each and every single one of these items. The first of these new game mechanics is planned to go live in February. If you'd like to be among the first to try what's coming next, be sure to request access to our playtest. That's all for now. Please wishlist Coloniser on Steam, we genuinely appreciate it. Join our Discord and tell your friends and give us any feedback you got, we'd love to hear it. Take care and be well. Bye bye.